This is depression. This is depression, and this is depression. But the scariest stage of them all is this one. These are all stages of depression. This stage is the scariest because this is the stage of acceptance. You have accepted this version of yourself instead of treating it like a season that would just bypass. You're okay with whatever happens to you. You aren't scared of death or any of the other cast members from Family Guy. No, I'm just playing. But you're okay with this reality of being depressed until it swallows you whole. And that's why I feel like that stage usually what that stage looks like on the outside. And that's why I feel like that stage is so scary because it truly looks like you are happy and you're at the greatest moments in your life. But no, that's the time where you just let go of everything. It's like I feel like it goes past. I think this goes past being numb. This is the stage where a lot of people do commit suicide, you know, because it seems like they're happy because they don't care, bro. They're okay with their final days. They're okay with whatever happens to them. But yeah, we want to go into welcome. Oh, actually, you know what? Welcome to Mental Health Weekends, a new thing we're trying. Guys, like I want to get my videos more organized, and I want to have something for the people who are here for the mental health and stuff. You know, and talk about life. So Mental Health Weekends. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all enjoyed the videos I produce. Anyways, we're gonna go into my story, right? How did a 17-year-old giving up on everything become this 21-year-old who's so excited about life and so excited about learning about this world and God and just so motivated and is willing to help anyone at any time and who just feels like they know themselves very well. You know, always it wasn't always roses and sunshines, you know, obviously because I'm making this video. But I want to say, where did this all start for me? I think this started at a young age when I was able to realize how messed up the world was. So let's say around, oh my gosh, let's say around 6, 8, say around like 8, 9, around that time. So you, I know that's a young age to be worried about this, but in my case, it's different because when you're born to this world, who are the first people you're introduced to? You know, like where you really start remembering stuff, people who you're around. It's family members, parents, and basically that's it. You may have a couple little friends, but that's really it. Those are the people you're mainly around at your, you know, adolescent stages of life and whatever, right? At such a young age. So when you learn all there is, or most there is about to learn about the dark sides of the world from family members, you experience these type of things early. So, I would say this. I would say up until the age of 9, 8, or 8, around that time. Let's say like 6 to 9, whatever, right? Around, probably say 9. Yeah. Okay. So around those ages, right? I started realizing a lot, right? Like a lot of like the anger and just hate and jealousy that was just brewing within my own family. And being young, and it's like you really don't control anything. You weren't asked to be born here. You're just here. And to have like full grown adults hating on you and just jealous and like at the point for, you know, being that age, like dang, like why though? Like I can't control this, you know? It's like it sucks because these are the people you're supposed to be around. These are the people you're supposed to go to, your safe haven, people you're supposed to trust, you know? Because the world, I don't know anybody else in this world. I don't know how other people are, you know? I'm not accustomed to them. So these are the people you are supposed to trust and go to. But when you don't trust the people in your, you know what I'm saying, who's supposed to be that close family members, it's like, dang, you're like, it leaves you in a weird place. It leaves you searching for that trust outside of places. And that's where a lot happens. A lot of messed up stuff happens. So Yeah, I've been going through this for a while. I don't think I really like rekindled or really started talking to my family for real until almost 20, maybe around 15, maybe. Nah. Yeah, around, I guess, yeah, like 17, around that time. I'll say so, yeah, around 17. So I really started talking to my family more. Um, so anyways, where does all start for me? That kind of left me bummed out. Anyways, that part right there. That's where so I feel like this like sadness and weird feelings like first started. And also I was very curious growing up. So like I was really curious. And didn't understand. I guess it's really just me trying to find my purpose in this world. Like, what am I doing? 'Cause I see so many people around me, like bad influences and just like people wasting their lives and just like living, just working for a check and spending it on like whatever stupid stuff. I was like, this like can't, even at that young age, I'm like, this really can't be life, you know? Life can't be this simple. How do I get to the big stages? uh, so anyways, right? There's no one when you're thinking like this, especially at such a young age, there's no one to talk to about this because you have no one. You see, they haven't been exposed to this, or you haven't been exposed to a good mentors or people around you. Like, yeah, like my father, he was on some other stuff. You know, he wasn't really like mind you, funny dude. I always say he's funny dude, but he really wasn't the best influence. Honestly, like I'm not saying I didn't learn anything. You know, definitely I need to know like street smarts and all that. I learned that. But besides like me really growing and trying to leave that ignorant mindset, no. I mean, I don't blame him for it. You know, if he wasn't taught that, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just passing on whatever you were taught and how you grew up. And that's really is what it is, man. That's all it is, man. These are bad generational chains. So, anyways, I'm growing up, I'm meeting friends, I'm meeting people, you know, I'm having fun, right? But these are people I just find funny, either funny or we play the game together and stuff like that. It's not people I've had like real life conversations about like serious stuff. Cause I couldn't. Even being so close with people, I still feel like an outsider. Even to this day, and I can say this confidently now. I've only have a good connection with only two people, and one of them is new, and one of them I just met. It's amazing guy. Actually, in this girl, she's great, amazing guy. And this other guy, bro, like we have fun and we go out places. We just yes, bro. He's actually looking forward and doing stuff with his life and stuff. But anyways, right? So I'm growing up and I'm like I'm not able to have these conversations with people, so I'm just lost and I'm kind of stuck in this limbo or whatever. So just waiting for something to happen. I don't know. It gets to a point where I'm waiting and I don't know. You know, I'm stuck. I'm around all the bad influence, around people who don't want to do anything with their lives, and it sucks, bro. Because I'm like, this can't be life. Because I want to do more, but when you're like the smartest in the room or whatever, right? Who do you go to for this stuff? So it's like it leaves you stuck. I mean, I could have did more definitely back then, search more stuff on the internet, and you know, did more of my time. But birds of a feather flock together. So you start conforming. You know what I'm saying? With the people you hang around, you start like doing broke, stupid stuff, like spending money on dumb stuff and playing the game all day. So it's like you start doing that, but deep down you really don't want to do that. You wish you could do more. And even then, I tried. I tried with people. I don't like leaving people behind, so I tried like bringing people up with me, but everyone just is lazy and they don't see the vision. They don't want more of their lives. They don't want more out of their lives. They want to live check to check and they want to, you know, that type of stuff. They don't care, you know. I'm not saying money's everything, but it's like it can help us a bit, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do fun stuff with a group that wasn't just being like doing bummy behavior. And I get like we're still teenagers, so it's like, you know, it's time to have fun, I guess. But I don't know. I didn't really want to do that. So I didn't really feel close to anybody. Shout out my boy Alex, bro. W Mans, bro. W Mans, bro. I freaking love that dude. Realest dude I know, bro. And it's crazy. I had to go through a lot of bull crap with friends and people to find out, like, bro, solid guy, bro. Solid. It doesn't matter what it is. Solid dude all the way through. He never did nothing crazy or forsaking me, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, keep going. So, so when you're doing that, it leaves you in a weird state. So I'm realize I'm engaged in this debauchery lifestyle, and I'm doing stuff they're doing. Like I almost lost my life a couple times. Doing stupid stuff, and we're speeding and whatever, talking girls, whatever, stupid stuff. Just little dumb stuff teenagers do. Just whatever. I still kept my morals though with a lot of things. There's some things I would not do. Like there were a lot of like drugs. Like I'm not talking little drugs. I'm talking big stuff. I'm talking about the Rico charge. Anyways. Whew. I didn't do that. Thank God. Anyways, so I'm getting more depressed as the years go, and I think and then just trying to mask it and cover it with like, I guess, games and fun and just having fun and going out and whatever. It got to a point where I turned 17 and I had a breaking point. It was really bad. It was really bad at 17. I just, it's crazy. I mean, I was just crying in my room because it's hard because, growing up for real, crying not really a thing as a dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're looking down on you for stuff like that. So that was happening. I was like, dang, this is like really serious because I usually, not crying and then like and going to my mom sometimes crying because sometimes there's things I want to say and I'm not going to her like crying, but like as I'm trying to talk and get the words out, it's just like tears come out sometimes, a few times, because I ain't really talked to my mom about like a lot of important stuff until like I ain't really get into deep conversation with my mom until I turned about 18, 17, around there after everything was going on. So I got to a point. I'm 17, and just every day I'm just like waking up like, dang, like what's the point to life, bro? Like what is it? I don't have no mentors, nothing around me, and I know at that age I'm young. I know I gotta be that person and step out my zone and go help other people, but I'm young, and it's not even just I'm just handling my own problems, trying to, but everyone is coming to me because of experiences I went through when I was younger. So I'm able to, understand and handle different stuff. And I just have a heart like that where it's just, I just rather not see no one going through anything crazy. I like helping people, regardless if I'm feeling the worst. Like my mental health is at the bottom, bro. Like I'm peak. Like I don't want to be here on this earth anymore. So even through all that, I'm still helping people out. Man, it's just like man, oh no, it was just a terrible time, to be honest with you. But it's like the best time though. Like it's the most terrible time, most terrible thing I've been through, but it's the best. You know, I'll explain how it's good. Okay. Um. Anyways, so I'm going through that, and it's one day. There's one girl I was texting, like she's a friend, and I reached out to her, but I was like, you know what, I don't think I want to do anything anymore. She's like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't think I care about life anymore. Like stuff like that, type stuff. Like I don't really. I just came to realization, and this is why I say this smile and this happy side, that stuff is the scariest situation to be in, because that is literally when you fully accept it. Like being sad and all that every day and depressed, and then trying to like do stuff and just, and trying to like be better. That's you fighting, that's still like you fighting the depression. You don't really want to be at this stage, or you really don't want to go through this type of stuff, but that's you fighting it. That is really when people are like, oh, they're always sad and mopey all the time, but you don't know like what's going on in their head or what's going on with their life. Like that's literally them like really trying to like fight it, right? Um, and trust, I didn't just get depressed over like wanting to be more and feeling lost in this world. It's not even just that. Like there was just a lot going on. Honestly, there was a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff I wish I had, like better relationships with people and stuff like that. Like I wish me and my pops actually had like I just wanted, I guess, like an understanding, closure for like stuff that he did. Like, what's up, bro? But it's like he didn't give a dang. So it's like about anything. And then I want to understand why my grandma hated me for a long time. And I want to understand why like my uncle was stealing from me as a kid. I want to understand why he was doing this. I want to understand why my cousins were stealing from me. I want to understand these things. I want to understand why my aunties were talking behind my backs with my cousins at a young age, bro. I want to understand why there was so much hate towards me and my family within my family. I wanted to understand these things. I wanted to understand why when I moved to say so much, man, it's just a lot. I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand why this was going on. Why there's so much hate in my school, bro. Why like I was going to school and why like just being me and like being called cute or whatever by someone triggered a reaction from people to want to fight me. Like I was fighting every day at school, bro. I was getting jumped, still fighting. I did not care. I was never being nobody's punk, regardless. Anyways, all this stuff, bro. I want to understand why this is going on. I want to understand like there's so much hate outside in this world. Why is there so much hate within my own family? I want to understand. That's a lot. That can do a lot to you mentally. Y'all supposed to be people I trust, bro. What's going on? I want to understand why I still got uncles who's been stealing from me and I ain't never getting no apology. Stealing first phones, stealing all type of stuff from me, bro. Clothing, everything. Destroying my stuff, doing all type of stuff as a child, bro. Still reaching out to me right now and I never received an apology. I want to understand why. I want to understand why this is going on. There's a lot. There was a lot going on growing up. I kept a lot of my stuff inside, bro. I didn't express nothing. I really didn't talk about my feelings with nobody. There's no point because the time I tried to ask family members why they hate me, why this is going on, like what are y'all doing? Like I'm young, bro. No one's doing anything. I want to understand why I'm feeling like a black sheep of the family. Why are cousins and other family members getting treated better than me? I want to understand why am I being talked about as a kid behind my back, bro, for looking up to my cousin. I want to understand what was this weird stuff going on. And the second I tried talking to them, like asking my grandma, ask people, why do y'all hate me, bro? I was stuck with some lame excuse, some lies. That is a lot, bro. Like, come on. Like, at least, like, I guess in their case, at least if I know that their childhood was crazy, but y'all struggled together, bro. I had a decent childhood growing up. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I had a decent childhood. But you can have a crappy childhood and be together with a bunch of family members and y'all sticking together like this, or you have a decent childhood and have nobody. Come on. And everybody around you is an enemy. I'm looking at everyone as an enemy. It's crazy. I want to understand, bro. That's the first part that led to my depression. The second part was I didn't even know who God was. I didn't understand all of that growing up. I couldn't get this through my head that so many people were going to hell for things that I didn't think were bad, you know? I couldn't. It was a lot going on. There's a lot going on at such a young age, bro. This is going on from ages like 7 to 17. This followed me all the way up to then. I couldn't understand. I know the shady behavior. I know the weird stuff. So when people come to me now, like, "Oh, tell you tripping," or "What's this going on?" Like, "How'd you know this and that?" I know. I know when niggas are being weird. I know when niggas are treating me funny. This isn't, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid, bro. I just wanted to understand. And I could never get an understanding. I never got that closure. Why was my father being such a deadbeat, bro? And why was he getting mad? Why was my father getting mad when we tried to talk to him about being such a deadbeat, bro? I wanted to understand. It's like the time I'm trying to talk to people about like how I feel, bro. I get blown off or I get lied to. Or they catch an attitude with me because I want to know why you treated me weird. I'm trying to figure out why you treated me weird. Now you mad at me. I just wanted to understand. That was it, bro. And I felt like I was never getting any answers. So I closed off. I closed off from the world. I closed off and just sat alone with myself until I couldn't close off anymore, bro. Until masking it with these parties and hangouts around friends and stuff like that and just doing degenerate bull crap. I couldn't mask it anymore and it just swallowed me, bro. And I got to the point where none of my family members even noticed, but I got to the point where I did not want to be here anymore. So yeah, that's what happened. everyone asks me all the time, Tay, how do you do this? Tay, how do you do that? How do you know? Like, how are you this strong to keep up with all this? How are you able to manage your own stuff and also manage the stuff we throwing at you, bro? And I'll always say, like, because I know myself and this and that. No, it wasn't because I knew myself or like because I knew what I can handle. It's because God knew me. God knew me in the womb, bro. He knew what I could handle. That's the reason I'm here right now talking to y'all. Because God knew me, not because I knew myself and because I knew all this stuff. Because God knew me. He knew what I could take, what I could handle, man. So, anyways, I'm laying on my floor, and this is like the day where I'm just like, I remember it so clear. I'm sitting in my bed, blue LED lights, and I'm just staring at the roof. I remember my mom walking around my room like, "Good, what's going on?" And she's just staring at the ceiling, bro. My mom's so goofy, bro. Like, I almost laughed. But she did that, but I know it was a very serious situation. But that was the day, man. I have pictures. I wrote like poetries. I wrote stuff because I wasn't sure what was gonna happen in my life. So I wrote stuff for family. Well, not family, but my sister. And my mom. Because I'm like, whatever happens. I just really didn't care. Like, not necessarily saying I'm purposely trying to take my life or like suicide attempts and stuff like that. I'm just like, I mean, it's a thought. Definitely when you're like so caught up in that part of depression, when you're just numb and you just accepted everything, it's a thought for sure. But I remember sitting there and I was just hearing this voice telling me to like go to church, and it's crazy. I wasn't even going to church like that because all the churches I've been to kind of let me down for real. There was one church when I was young, but I just went there for fun. I didn't really understand the meaning of church back then. But a lot of churches I went to just really didn't, or really didn't like they were just bad churches. The people were terrible. And I think that's what leads people away from God and all that, which is religion. Religion leads people away from God, and God and Jesus are different. So that's relationship. Follow relationship, guys. I mean, I'm not saying all religion is bad, but follow relationship if you can. Well, you definitely can. But yeah, I went to this church one day while still feeling like this, and I remember and I remember like talking to the pastor first time, whatever, and like she was like, I don't know, it was crazy. She like prayed on me and she was telling me everything that was going on. She's telling me about the fake friends I got in my group, and she was telling me about a lot of stuff I was going through and all this stuff, bro. And I was like, yo, what the heck? God is real. Like I thought there was something here, but I'm like, no, like Jesus, bro. Jesus is literally the way, the only way. Like, it's Jesus, man. And why I say this now, funny I say this now, right? Because I tried other stuff, bro. I tried when I was depressed and going through all this. I tried other stuff. Like, I tried trying to be more peaceful, like the Buddha way, bro. Like, I didn't really lock in hard to it, what I'm saying, like really like every day. But I tried I did a lot of research and tried to dive into other things. And none of those gods, no, not disrespecting anything, but I'm just saying though, for real though, none of those things, nothing brought me deeper into what it does. Brought me deeper into depression. None of those quote unquote whatever. The only person who did something, only thing that came around was God, man. Jesus, that one. Yup, that one, man. The Savior, one who sacrificed himself for us. That one, the true and only true God, bro. Come on. So I can't let's get a round of applause for Jesus, man. Round of applause for Jesus, man. Anyways, for real, yeah, that happened. That like completely changed my perspective. I'm not gonna say everything was healed and I was like, suppression gone. No, it's still sad, but like every day I went to church and like, I got more into my Bible and talked about it. Things got better because I realized like, regardless if I don't have anyone in this world and the world hates me or whatever it is, my family, I'm God. I'm Jesus. So it's like, that's really all I really need. Yes, we need fellowship and whatnot, which does the church, spiritual hospital, the church. But yeah, like I have Jesus. And I talk more about this in my true testimony video. This one's going a bit more in depth here, but yeah. Yeah, but I was like, I got that. I don't need none of this. It's fine. Which is amazing. So that's what got me out of that. And that's yeah. And I want to talk about something else. These two photos right here, right? These both are stages of depression. Here's the difference between them though. One was a lost boy being hated by family members, going through life up until 17, not understanding, you know what I'm saying, that you can make it out of this, accepting the reality of depression, accepting that this is me. The other one is still me going through some type of depression. Here's the difference though. The difference is I know that I can make it out of this, and I know that this is just a season and not my reality. And so, you know, short term versus long term depression. But seriously, that's the difference between these two. And that's how I became the man I am today. Yeah, still here. Grown man arm. No, but for real though, that was me really knowing that, like, okay, I'm still sad, and it's the reason why I start working out a lot too, because I was sad. But you can't mask it with that type of stuff, because you'll still be sad working out. People always say, oh, work out, do this and that, you'll be straight. No, bro, you can still be sad working out and going to the gym and doing all this other stuff, drinking, partying, smoking weed, all this partying, whatever, clubs, bar mitzvahs, whatever. I don't know. I mean, not bar mitzvahs, my bad. But all these different things, you'll still be sad. It's Jesus, bro. It's God, bro. You have God in that though. God was pushing me to keep going. People around me, God put people around me for me to help. That's what's pushing me to keep going. That's what it was. That's what it is. And that's what's helped me make this video right now. Jesus, God, help me. This one, I wasn't even supposed to make this video today. It's crazy. But it happened. I'm thankful for it. I'm glad. But yep, those are the two differences between those photos. And here's the reason. Okay, enough of my story. This video's gonna be pretty long, so sit tight, you know. Anyways, so now we're gonna get into, like, there's a bunch of reasons you can get depressed, bro. And I guess I'll talk about a couple of them right now, so you can identify or whatever, try to help people, right? In my case, you know, being hated and this and that, and not understanding everything, trying to figure yourself out, right? That is another reason. Not having loved ones around you, people you can trust, and a bunch of slackers and lazy people around you. Boom, 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 boom. You know, life stacking up hard. I think there's people add a lot of stuff in as well. And it could be like your lust addiction. It can be your sexuality, you know. It could be that. Don't hide those things in, regardless. Like, if you're gay or whatever, mind you, like I'm saying, like, I love God, but if you're gay, that's something you deal with, you know? That's not nothing for me to judge or go off of. That's something you gotta do with God. But if you're gay and, like, the family feels some type of way, bro, don't hide that. I mean, I'm not saying come into agreements with it, but you have to identify it. Identify it. And if it's something, you know what I'm saying, you're not really unsure what's going on with it, and you're dealing with this, I know that is a major one that leads a lot of people to depression, but identify it, man. Know that this is you. And you go on about don't sit there and, you know, get ready to, like, commit suicide over this. Come on, we still need you here. Just talk to God about it, bro. Talk to God about it. I know there's a lot of people who are depressed dealing with that, and people who have turned out to be gay, and God has saved them from their sins and everything, and then they're no longer this way. I talk to a lot of people like that. It's crazy. I didn't realize that was really a huge thing until I got older and more into God and everything. I was like, oh yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff people could be dealing with, bro, inside, you know, dealing with trauma, abuse, sexual abuse. A lot of things can bring you here in this stage. But if you don't accept that reality, if you don't accept that this is the way it is, or this is who you are, or this happened to you because of this, because you did this, or you did that, don't accept those things, because those are tricks from the enemy. Those are mind games. They're playing with you, because what does the enemy really want you to do? What does the adversary want you to do? They want you to kill yourself. They want you to end your life. They want you to feel like you are worthless. and you have no point of living here. And then we're going into the hard ones, right? If you did something terrible, like if you were the abuser, or if you made people hate themselves, or if you were that person, there's still redemption for you as well. There's redemption for everyone, right? I mean, the way the world sees it, yeah, terrible, you know what I'm saying? Like sex offenders and stuff like that. But even those people, right? I'm going to say this, and I know this is very controversy, and people may be mad that I'm saying this, but even those people, there are redemption for everyone. It's just going to take longer for the world to even think, and the world may never accept you. But here's the thing, though. You're not doing stuff for the world. You're not living for the world. We're living for God. And you make amends with that person you hurt. And you make sure they're okay. Because you've caused a lot of trauma onto that person. You don't go around and keep going on with your life like everything's cool and chill. No. You get right with that person that you hurt. And then we can focus on healing. Actually, that is part of the healing process. People have so much pride and so much shame that they're even scared to talk. They're scared to even talk or address the person they've hurt. And we have to stop with that, bro. Because we all have to, just as much as you feel bad about whatever you done to someone, imagine how they feel bad and being the person you done it to. Violated. Come on, man. There's always room for redemption, man. There's always room for, it doesn't matter what you've done. There's always room for redemption. Because at the end of the day, I don't cast judgment on anybody. I'm not the one who casts the judgment. Because if I did, and I'm just being honest with you, here's the difference, bro. I would never let anyone like me or anyone like y'all cast judgment on anyone. Our emotions are different. That's on the like God knows they're on like a whole different level of like thinking and just that we can't comprehend because we run so much off of emotions and everything. We can't comprehend all these things. Like someone did something terrible. I'm like I said in the video before, I'm thinking about castrating people for doing something like as far as like sexual assault or like PDF files. That's just me, bro. I know my emotions are just like get the best of me in those type of situations because I really don't play about like assault and all that. So it's like that's me, bro, and that might not be the right thing, but that's just how I feel, and I know that's how I feel about that, especially people who hurt children. But that's me though. That's why God, he's in control. We're emotional beings. That's just what we are. We're supposed to be loving people. We're very emotional beings, and that's just the truth. But yeah, don't accept the reality. Make amends. What's going on? And as crazy as hard as it is to say, forgive your abuser. You forgive your abuser, it can make a difference, for you. It can. Because you're letting go of that weight, that weight you held on your shoulders. You're giving them so much control when you stay scared of them. And when you lash out when things happen because of what they did to you, you give them all the power. Start taking back your power. And the first thing you can do, the strongest thing to do is forgive your abuser. Trust. It's a very powerful thing to do because it takes so much guts and it took you so long or so much time to do something like that. So the fact that you are forgiving your abuser, you can, and even like letting them know you forgive them can prick their heart. And it's crazy. Some people are just evil, will be comfortable. Oh, okay, whatever. But but you can't hide behind this hard shell forever. It'll prick their heart and like, oh wow, like I've been such a terrible person. I've done all this to them, and they still found in their heart to forgive me. And I want to say another way to look at things, when terrible things happen to me, that's why I love the story of like Job and the book of Job and like the way Jesus was crucified, because it's like they did so much to him and he still was like, you know what, forgive them. for what they, you know what I'm saying? If they not know, bro, forgive them. Forgive them, bro. If he can sit there and be beaten to a bloody pulp, beaten to unrecognizable, and I can forgive someone who has done me bad. Not as bad as that. They haven't done me that bad, but I could, because I wouldn't even live through that. It's crazy, but I can forgive someone. If he can go through all that, I can forgive someone for the stuff I've been through. And it's fun. But I make these videos, especially this type of video for my younger audience and older people. Older audience, doesn't matter who you are, all ages. We all are emotional beings. We go through different things. You can escape this season. Just declare it, man, that this is just a season and this isn't forever and this isn't your reality. God got you. Just, ask for it. Reach out to him. He's everywhere. You got this. Just truly, with all your heart, reach out to him. Truly mean it when you do. When you do. You got you. You got this. And even for those who don't believe in God, still, you got this. Try it out. It doesn't hurt to try it out. You know what I'm saying? You tried out everything else. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt, man. But yeah, you all got this. I know you all can fight this, especially people who are going through depression right now. It's good to seek help. There's facilities and hotlines, and try to just talk to someone you really, really trust. Really, really trust. You love, man. You can talk to them about your problem. Be open. Quit hiding stuff. I think we live in a world where we hide too much. But I get it, because we live in a world where people will expose too much. But then again, you gotta realize, like, it doesn't matter whatever they expose, because no one can do nothing to you. It's just words, regardless. I know it plays on your emotions and your mental, but it's just words in the day. No one can really do anything to you. So yeah, be open with people. We're all humans. We all go through things. And once you accept that and you know that, be open with people. Don't tell everyone your business. I'm not saying tell everyone your business. No. Find someone you trust and create a covenant. Trust someone you can share everything with. I'm not at that point yet. I mean, I talk to my mom and Jesus, but I'm not at that point, because I don't trust no one like that. Like, I have friends I've been around for 10 plus years or whatever, 8-10 years, whatever. And they, boy, it's crazy to think like the closest friends would slime you, bro. And over stupid stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of my closest friends, they like try like betraying me or slime me over like women and stuff like that, over some weird stuff. Crazy. That's why I was like, I only talk to like 3 people now. Like, new dude, this girl, and you know who you are. You the goat. But yeah, stuff like that, bro. It's hard to trust people. I get it. I truly get it, bro. People are just sketchy and it's hard. But I got this though. I believe y'all can break this chain of depression, bro. Because once you break it, you can help other people break it. That's the point. That's the point in life. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to help a lot of people, especially me going through stuff. Oh, and one more thing I do want to say. Okay, look. And if you're helping people while you're going through stuff, you have to find balance. Honestly, help people, because some people will bring too much to you and just keep trauma dumping. Some people don't want to get better, truly do not want to get better. They make the excuse to act like they want to, but they really don't. Some people just love trauma dumping coming to you, and you have to cut that off. Stop. I know it's hard, and I want to help them, but I gotta help them. I want to be Superman. You aren't supposed to be Superman, bro. If you were Superman, God would have made you Superman. Just made you this strong guy who could just handle anything, any emotion, whatever. No, you go through stuff as well. Stop. You have to limit it, bro. Like, people come to you, talk to you, and nowadays I'm like, people talk to me about stuff. Oh man, I'm going through this. I'm like, yeah, man, the stuff is bad. You got this, bro. Keep your head up. I'm praying for you. Boom. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Over closer. You know, I'll go to deeper conversation with people. And I love when people actually reach out and want to get advice, because it tells me like that, like, okay, you actually want to get out of this place you're in, this dark place you're in. I love that. Instead of like people trauma dumping on you. Balance. It's always balance. Keep balance, bro. Don't let yourself get too overwhelmed with other people's issues. I've done that as well. That led me into my second stage of heavy depression. But yeah. yeah, that's it though, guys. That's I definitely, hope you all leave comments, and I want to talk about this even more. We can make a part two. I'm definitely there's definitely so much to talk about, man. But that has been it. How to escape depression. Thank you all for joining, coming to my mental health weekends. We'll be doing this every weekend around the same time, where I usually upload, which is around 4, from 4 to 6. I like to upload around those times. We've been touching 5 because my new job a bit, but yeah, I like to keep it around 4 to 6. Yeah. Hope to see you all again in the next mental health video, which I will be uploading tomorrow. It's a good little message there. But yeah, peace out. Hope you all have a great weekend. Stay amazing, and you're more powerful than you know. Peace out.